Hey, good morning and welcome back to another week of absolute guff on two wheels. Today is Sunday. We're at Sourton Cross on the edge of Dartmoor National Park in Devon. I think we are, yeah, Devon. And little family bike ride. It's not as cold as it was this time last week, thankfully. Let's get a few miles in, shall we? Guapo says he's pedalling really fast to warm himself up a bit. But yeah, it's much nicer and warmer than it was this time last week. We're at Sourton Cross, just heading towards Lidford, I think it's called, in this direction. We should get about 11 miles in today. It's quite a nice sheltered ride, this one. And we are much more appropriately dressed today. I've got some joggers on, so I shouldn't be moaning. I promise not to talk about it being so cold. Comment below if you like a cream tea as much as I do. It is cream tea season here in Devon and Cornwall, so we look forward to a few of them this year. Just coming up to this aqueduct, a viaduct, but it's too windy again today. Got like a 15-20 mile an hour wind again today, so I'm not going to attempt it today. And also my back brake isn't as it was, not as good as it was previously, so I'm going to have to sort that out before I start doing a few more longer wheelies. Oh, it is cold still. Oh no, I said I wouldn't mention it. I want to ride up there. Okay, so just thought I'd apologise for the absolute lack of mountain biking action on my channel the last few weeks. The opportunity just has not presented itself. But I have got loads of product reviews to come up. I just need the opportunity to go out and test the stuff, so that'll have to wait for a little bit. More bike park reviews coming up this year, again when time allows and when the weather allows, geez. But for now you'll have to put up with this for a little bit, I'm afraid. Sorry, it's a bit boring. Sam, what's that smell? I don't know. There's a lot of farmyard poo-poo smells, aren't there? And I'm getting the blame. Oh dear, well some of this is permissive passes along this cycle route, and when the gates are closed you ain't really allowed down there. But there's no signs on this one, and they close the gates because the cattle are crossing and that kind of thing, but if there's no one about we'll go through, I reckon. Turns out the wind had just blown it across the path, so I've opened it again. Right, not too far until we get to Lidford, and on the way back, tailwind. Nearly at the end. It does actually carry on from here, but you have to go down loads of silly little country lanes, and Sam doesn't like the traffic. Who won?
Sam did.
Well done, Guapo. It's actually not a difficult ride, this. It's about as flat as it gets around here, but I am struggling with it breathing today, just because of I think so much painting been going on in my house the last week. All that horrible glossy paint, it really gets on your chest, doesn't it? But luckily a bit of a tailwind now, so let's send it down this hill. Whee! Gathering pace. Actually a bit hot now. We're not too far back from the car. We might keep going a little bit in the other direction today, bump our mileage up a bit. Do need it, all that lemon drizzle cake we've been eating. Well, that concludes our bicycle ride for this Sunday morning. Hopefully the next one will be a bit more exciting. Probably just to ride down the post office again, but who knows. Anyway, I'm hoping for a bit more bicycle action. My bike is better, but not better, if you know what I mean. So I'll just have to grin and bear it, I think, but it shouldn't really hinder me riding my bicycle. So let's hope I have a bit more time this week. Sam has got the flimsiest boomerang in existence, so this should be worth a laugh in this wind. Oh, he's gone too far away. Okay, so that is that ride done and dusted, and I don't know where I plucked 11 miles from. We must have done 11 miles before. Maybe we went a little bit further in the opposite direction as well, which I did throw out there as a suggestion today, but it got poo-pooed. Everyone's a bit knackered. Anyway, we have managed 8.55 miles today. It was a much nicer bike ride than it was last week. because no one's absolutely freezing. So anyway, that is it. I will see you in the next day or two, hopefully, for some more bicycle action. See ya. Hello. Oh, that's on the wrong setting. Well, that's a bit better. I've changed the setting now. So anyway, yeah, you join me on Thursday morning, literally clutching at straws this week for a few miles. I'm so overdue some rad off-road miles on my bicycle. I've actually just bought my mountain bike to work with me today, just so I can ride it off-road a little bit. So I've got a little plan for today. Haven't, as per usual, got a whole bunch of time today, but I'll explain a little bit why later. But it is a lovely calm day here today. It is overcast, it's chilly, but I'm overheating. It's one of those kind of days. So anyway, I'm going for a little ride over the coastal path, over the downs to the post office. But little diversion first. So the reason for my little diversion today, other than I actually just need to get out and have a blooming bike ride, it has been dry lately, bike ride wise. It is starting kind of to resemble spring around here. Daffodils are dying off, the bluebells are coming up, and there is a bunch of them in this woods when it's the right time. So I'm just having a quick check to see if it is the right time, because it's a lovely place to come for a walk with the family. It's not really suitable for biking so much. In fact, you're not going to ride your bike in there, but haven't seen a sign for a while. Anyway, so I'm going to go and check that out and see if it's a nice little landscape. For those that are interested, there was once upon a time a big battle on this mound here called the Battle of Stamford Hill, and it says here it was in May the 16th, 1643. Not sure what all that was about, and I haven't really got time to read it. Anyway, we are here at the top of these woods. I don't know what they're called, Stamford Hill Woods I suppose, and there is some trails in here, but it's not very bike friendly. Daffodils are still up here, no sign of the bluebells, but I can see a couple there, but it is not ripe just yet. Anyway, I'm here, so I'm going to have a little shred. Okay, as you just saw there, having a bit of trouble stopping. It's worth pointing out that my back brake is now non-existent. Experienced it the other day when pulling a wheelie. I nearly went right off the back because it just doesn't grab. So I think I need new pads, which to be fair probably haven't been changed for about 5 years, don't tell anyone. So I've really got my money's worth out of them, so I'll be looking at new pads. So taking it easy today. Look at this place, it looks awesome, but no one rides here. But I'm gonna have a quick scoot around and have a little session. Okay, so that's enough messing about on my bicycle here for a little bit. I just want to explain to you a little bit about what's going on in Yaxley land at the moment, because there's quite a lot going on at the moment. The thing is, with my business, I tend to sort of ride on my coattails, if that makes any sense. So I'll bang out a load of new products and sort of ride that way for a little bit, because I don't like to be too busy, you see. You know, I like to go out on my bike a lot and stuff. So it comes a time, obviously, when that sort of dries up a little bit and I need to sort of expand my range and work on new stuff, and that's exactly what's happening at the moment. So it's taking up a whole chunk of time, and the trouble with being a sole trader, it's me that does everything. So it has to fit in around family time, actual work that I have got to do, printing and all that sort of stuff. It just takes up loads of time, so that's one of the reasons I've not been riding so much. Secondly, the weather's just been pony, and then I had my bad back as well, which didn't help. But I'm just starting to get really frustrated with the lack of bike time, and I really need to go to a nice trail centre or Howden Forest or something and blow away the cobwebs. But anyway, that is what's happening with this you know, sort of what's it, crisis, cost of living crisis and stuff. People aren't spending so much money, so that affects me and how much I earn and stuff. So that means I need to you know, knuckle down and bang out some new products for people to purchase and expand my range a bit. So that's what I've been doing. We've got a lot of other stuff going on with our house and stuff. I've been doing lots of DIY because we're trying to sell our house. I think it's going to go on the market today, actually, I'm not sure, but there's been a lot going on behind the scenes here. But I'm just really pleased to be out on my bicycle today, enjoying myself. And I've got new lenses for my shades, so they're no longer crumbling and falling apart. Puffing after walking up that big hill. Anyway, that is this woods done for today. I'm going to go and get on with the post office trip now, because I have got a parcel story in my life which I need to be there for later, hence why I'm out so early. And one thing I will say, all of us in our family, we've all managed to dodge COVID so far somehow, because it, like, Sam's school is like a petri dish of bacteria. But we have managed to dodge it. But this last week or two, I've been so chesty and having struggle breathing, but I haven't got COVID. I'm negative and all that sort of stuff, and I'm pretty sure it's related to all the gloss paint we got going on at our house at the moment. That is horrible stuff. So I always recommend get someone else to do it. In fact, I do. My wife does it. Actually, just while we're talking about COVID, you know, we've been quite lucky to have dodged it. I just want to give a shout out to my buddy Jan at 40 something rider on YouTube. I'll stick a link up here somewhere. Please do go and check out his videos. They're just gobbed everywhere, because he's just had his second bout of COVID and it's really hit him hard, so he's not having a good time and he's not really on his bike at the moment, certainly not putting any videos out. So please go and help him out by watching his videos. 40 something rider. Get well soon, Jan. Oh, there's a seaside over there. You probably can't see it because it's grey and overcast, but I see some good waves. And actually worth noting, I actually did have about an hour and a half yesterday for a good old bike ride. And it's the second time in the month, and last month, that I've got all kitted up for a bike ride and then had to abort it at the last second. Why? No crash helmet. And I could have freestyled it and just gone down the easy route without going on the road, but nah, not really my style. And I'm not going the big way down the A39 without my crash helmet. And I'll tell you for why. That place over there, absolutely ramo with tourists, and they are not looking where they're driving, let me tell you that. So I'm going to definitely have to mount my camera and my little GoPro session on there, because there is some terrible drivers around in the summer around here. And also that brings me on to my next point. I didn't have my helmet yesterday, so I couldn't ride, just said that. So I have now found from home my old road biking Mavic helmet, so that is now staying at work. No matter what, that is staying there, so I will always have a helmet, because I was annoyed yesterday. Anyway, let's have a little breathe and get down that post office. Do you like my sunglasses? Cool colours, eh? You don't see many of them anymore. Anyway, I've stupidly forgotten to bring my drink with me today. Oh, my mouth is dry. Right, let's get to this post office. I'll be late for lunch at this rate. 0% of dogs are on a lead. Right, let's go and see what waves to be had today in the wonderful bay of Northcote Mouth. Actually, not a lot going on there. It's a bit better out there, and a horrible rip you can see just there. Yeah, it's not as good as it looked from way back over there. Right, post office time. I keep saying that, don't I? Well, the holiday makers are here en masse, and they are going to be disappointed today if they were hoping for a rad surf, because it's a bit light. It may well be bigger when you get down there, but I don't think so. I'm wondering if I could ride all the way to the post office with no hands. It's a bit hilly, I think. Anyway, post office is done. I'm now on my way back. There's a rugby pitch. You can't park there, sir. Looks like I'm going round. Bit of printing action going on there. Anyway, I forgot to post up my little trip I did earlier. 9.63 miles. Can't really argue with that, actually. It was quite good. Had some fun in the woods a little bit, but yeah, very chesty still. And I've just had word Sam has tested positive for COVID. I think it's one of those 50-50 result kind of things on the lateral flow test. So I'm going to do a test when I get home and not come into contact with anyone until I do. So that's that. See you tomorrow. Right, that is it for the end of another week, and thank you very much for watching. There has not been much in the way of bicycle action this week, unfortunately, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. It is Friday morning. I'm not going to do a weigh-in today. There's a couple of reasons for that. One, I've left my scales at work, and secondly, it's Good Friday, so it's not really in the spirit of Easter, is it? I'm going to enjoy an Easter egg responsibly, and I suggest you do too. Anyway, more biking coming up this week. Hopefully, actually, Sam has got COVID, so any cycling this week will depend what day I actually catch it, or if I catch it or whatever, so who knows what's going to happen in the next week. But anyway, here's hoping for a bit of good luck and some bicycle action. Anyway, thanks for watching. Do leave a comment below and let me know how you got on this week. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, and